welcome to an unforgettable adventure on Fantastic Channel. Today, we're about to embark on a spine-chilling exploration of the most spine-tingling hotels around the globe. But before we dive in, make sure to join our community by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on our thrilling updates.
Number 1, Room 3327 at Hotel del Coronado. The real events that inspired Stephen King to pen this masterpiece of horror occurred within the Hotel del Coronado, a luxury beachfront hotel located in the city of Coronado, San Diego County, California. It was built in 1887, and when it opened in 1888, it hosted president, royalty, actors, and actresses. It's been featured in countless movies and books. Parapsychologist Christopher Chacon and his team, who, using a wide mix of ghost hunting gadgetry, from infrared cameras through to devices that monitor changes in temperature, magnetic fields, and that can detect electronic emissions, recorded no less than 37 abnormalities within room 3502, and it was from the reports of these unusual occurrences within room 3502 of the Hotel del Coronado that Stephen King found his inspiration. As with the Dolphin Hotel, feelings of unease are said to be experienced long before reaching room 3502 of the Hotel del Coronado, where phantoms have reportedly been seen lurking the hallways, and specters have been witnessed climbing and descending the stairs. Cleaning staff are said to often work in pairs out of fear of what they've seen previous. And as within the movie 1408, the Hotel del Coronado has been the setting of a number of suicides, the most notorious of which is the suicide of Kate Morgan, who in 1892 is said to have been found on the steps of the hotel leading to the ocean, with a gun in her hand and a bullet in her head. She had been staying in room 3312, another room that is said to experience unusual phenomenon. Room 3502, the room where Christopher Chacon and his team recorded numerous anomalies, is said to have been the private love nest of the Hotel del Coronado's builder himself, S. Babcock, and his mistress. But while the haunting of room 3312 is attributed to the spirit of Kate Morgan, nobody really knows why room 3502 is seemingly at the center of events within the Hotel del Coronado, and with stories from those who have dared to stay there, ranging from flickering lights and toilets flushing by themselves, through to the electrical equipment of a radio crew that tried to broadcast from within the room failing, the account of a Secret Service agent who was unable to make it through the night inside 3502, the disappearance of a maid who was never seen again, and the suicide of the hotel builder's mistress. Room 3502 certainly lives up to its reputation as the dark heart of the Hotel del Coronado, a place where only the brave and the foolish alike dare to lay their heads for the night. Number 2, 1886 Crescent Hotel Spa. Tour America's most haunted hotel and get the chills. What tales are that some guests linger at the 1886 Crescent Hotel Spa. You may have heard about Michael and Theodora, but hear more about spectral happenings when you tour America's most haunted hotel. The Victorian 1886 Crescent Hotel and Spa in Eureka Springs, Ark, hosts a wide variety of spirits. It is said that after the skeleton frame of hotel had been constructed in the 1880s, that one of the Irish stone masons plunged to his death in what is now room 218. This room proves to be the most spiritually active room in the hotel and has attracted television film crews for decades because of the quantity and quality of the ghost sightings reported. Throughout the history of the Victorian Hotel, employees have referred to this entity as Michael, a classified poltergeist due to the nature of the unexplained activity. Guests have witnessed hands coming out of the bathroom mirror, cries of a falling man in the ceiling, the door opening then slamming shut, unable to be opened again. The intrigue of this activity had drawn guests to specifically request the historic accommodations of room 218 for the chance of experiencing something. In the hotel's crystal dining room, many employees have encountered playful spirits in Victorian dress. One holiday season, while the dining room was closed, the grand Christmas tree and packages underneath moved from one end of the room to the other. The next morning, employees found the tree and packages moved with chairs circling and facing the newly placed holiday symbol. Another time, employees returned in the morning to find the dining room in perfect order except for menus scattered throughout the room. Yet another time, a waitress looked into the huge mirror between the doors from the dining room to the kitchen and saw a man and woman in Victorian garb facing each other as in a wedding. The groom turned and made eye contact with the waitress, and then the couple faded away. The waitress quit her position shortly after this incident. Another commonly reported paranormal activity is a man in Victorian clothing sitting at a table near the window saying, "I saw the most beautiful woman here last night, and I am waiting for her to return." Many have recounted seeing apparitions in Victorian ball attire, dancing around the room during the wee hours of the morning while the room was closed and dark. In the 1930s, the haunted hotel in Eureka Springs became an experimental cancer hospital. Dr. Norman Baker, claiming to be a licensed physician, examined cancer patients in the hotel's basement while charging unsuspecting families their life savings. Several apparitions from the hospital visit the hotel today. Dr. Baker has been seen in the hotel lobby. He is described as a man in a purple shirt and white linen suit, matching photographs of the infamous entrepreneur. A nurse pushing a gurney residing in Dr. Baker's old morgue area is known to squeak and rattle down the halls of the hotel. A hotel maintenance man witnessed all the washers and dryers mysteriously turn on the middle of the night. The laundry room is located next to Dr. Baker's old morgue, which still contains his autopsy table and walk-in freezer. Housekeepers report meeting Theodora in room 419. She introduces herself as a cancer patient of Dr. Baker's and vanishes after courtesies are verbally exchanged. Steve Garrison, a cook at the hotel, swears he doesn't drink on the job. In fact, he doesn't drink, period. However, Garrison may have been tempted by two strange encounters in the kitchen of the haunted hotel's crystal dining room. One morning, while slicing and dicing vegetables, he looked up and saw a little boy with pop bottle glasses, dressed in old-fashioned clothing and knickers, skipping around the kitchen. Another morning, Garrison flipped on the lights to begin the day's preparations when some or all of the pots and pans came flying off their hooks. The Crescent Hotel has so many ghostly tales to tell that tours of this historic place in the Ozarks are held throughout the year. Number 3. The Langham Hotel, London. Built in 1865, the Langham Hotel is over 150 years old. And it comes as no surprise that with a history spanning 2 centuries, it holds many haunting tales, such as the legend of the ghost of a German prince who met a tragic end by jumping to his death from the 4th floor. It is believed that his spirit still roams around in his military-style jacket. But another story is of a doctor who murdered his wife and committed suicide during their honeymoon in room 333. Guests who have dared to stay in that room have shared unsettling tales. Cold spots and flickering light, as if the tormented spirits of the couple are still lingering around. The Langham also has a tragic history involving a former butler who committed suicide by leaping from the building. Additionally, the hotel is rumored to be haunted by the spirit of Emperor Napoleon III, a former royal resident whose ghost continues to wander the corridors. Number 4. Stanley Hotel, Colorado. Built near an ancient Native American burial ground, this infamous hotel served as the inspiration for Stephen King's horror novel, The Shining. King said he had a horrifying nightmare during his first night at the hotel. He saw his young son being chased through the hotel's empty corridors by a possessed fire hose. Visitors and staff have also reported encounters with ghosts of former owners, Freelan Oscar Stanley and his wife, Flora, wandering the hallways while phantom piano melodies and the sound of tinkling keys drift from empty rooms. Guests, especially in room 217, have shared incidents of one spirit tidying up their belongings, tucking them into bed, and even poking them with a gentle touch. The legend has it that a chambermaid named Elizabeth Wilson was injured in the very same room in an explosion in 1911. Number 5. The Emily Morgan Hotel, Texas. It was a medical center from 1924 to 1976, housing a crematorium, psychiatric ward, and morgue. However, when this Gothic-style building was converted into a hotel in 1984, some pieces of its history refused to fade away. The hotel's official website has reported numerous unexplainable incidents. At midnight, a phone rings, yet silence echoes through the line. Freshly arranged pillows are found scattered on the floor. A sales manager returned to find a bathtub filled with blue water. Guests have talked about a woman in white wandering the hotel's corridors. People have also heard what they picture as hospital carts rolling through the corridors and a distinctive smell of antiseptic on the 14th floor.
Whether you believe in ghosts or not, staying in a haunted hotel can be a thrilling and memorable experience, combining history, folklore, and the eerie allure of the unknown. Just remember to keep an open mind and prepare for some spine-tingling encounters if you decide to book a stay in one of these notorious lodgings.